If you grew up in the 90s or early 2000s watching Nollywood, you know Glamour Girls wasn't just a movie. It was a whole vibe. The film introduced us to a mix of fierce, confident, and sometimes chaotic women who ruled Lagos nightlife like it was a chessboard, moving pieces and starring drama without breaking a nail. Some of these actresses became household names, popping up in major films and TV shows, while others quietly stepped out of the spotlights. This list takes a fun, nostalgic look at those iconic Glamour Girl stars, what they achieved, and where life has taken them now. Eucharia Anunobi. In Glamour Girls, Eucharia Anunobi played Anita, the sharp-tongued, power-dressed woman who could silence a whole room with just one eyebrow raise. Nigerians in the 90s knew that if Anita entered the scene, somebody's secret was about to leak, or somebody's man was about to misbehave. After Glamour Girls, Eucharia didn't slow down. She went on a Nollywood marathon, starring in classics like Abuja Connection and Letters to a Stranger, making sure her voice was louder than a generator during NEPA blackout. Then, plot twist, she swapped red carpets for pulpits, becoming a pastor, complete with firebrand summons that could reset any confused soul. Life tested her with loss and heartbreak after losing her son and her marriage. But true to Anita's energy, she stood strong. Fast forward to 2025, she's balancing movies and ministry, preaching on Sunday, acting on Monday, and proving that no matter the role, Eucharia will always command the spotlight. Jennifer Okere. In Glamour Girls, Jennifer Okere plays Sandra, the wide-eyed young woman trying to navigate Lagos high society without getting eaten alive. She was ambitious but soft-hearted, the type of character Nigerians rooted for while secretly yelling, "Girl, don't fall for the wrong Lagos man." Jennifer brought that subtle Nollywood magic, gentle smile, soft eyes, and just enough fire in her gaze to show she wasn't to be trifled with. Before Glamour Girls, she was already part of Living in Bondage 1992, the film that practically launched Nollywood, proving she was there at the very start of it all. But just as her career was heating up, tragedy struck. Jennifer passed away in 1999 at only 30, leaving fans and colleagues heartbroken. Her roles, brief but unforgettable, are still remembered as some of the purest early Nollywood performances, a reminder that some stars burn brightest, even if only for a moment. Peter Bruno. In Glamour Girls, Peter Bruno played Sir B, the wealthy banker who thought money could buy Sandra's heart. For a while, it worked until Dennis, the younger, sweeter lover boy, came along and showed him that Lagos women don't just want champagne, they want attention too. Peter Bruno's calm delivery and polished look made him Nollywood's go-to big man, the type who could sack you from the office in the morning and still attend a cocktail party at night. But after Glamour Girls, he acted in a lot of Nollywood movies before his presence slowly faded. He battled health issues, including a stroke, which kept him away from the spotlight. Sadly, in 2015, Peter Bruno passed away at 60. His later years carried some frustration as he, like many Nollywood veterans, felt abandoned by an industry he helped shape. Today, Nigerians remember him not just as Sir B, but as one of the pioneers whose roles still echo in Nollywood's foundation. Pat Atta. In Glamour Girls, Pat Atta played Dennis, the younger lover boy who proved that not every man in the 90s Nollywood world came with sugar daddy energy. With his ambition and soft heart, he snatched Sandra's love and gave Nigerians hope that romance wasn't just for men with pot bellies and briefcases. After that role, Pat became the face of Nollywood's golden age romance, always a guy who could steal your girlfriend with one smile and while pretending to fix her generator. From the late 90s to early 2000s, he was everywhere, the ultimate Nollywood crush. Then, just when fans were still daydreaming about him, he packed his fine face and relocated to Germany in 2005. There, he dabbled in music, photography, and a more private life. These days, Pat occasionally returns to Nollywood still looking fresh, still reminding fans that Dennis never really left. He just swapped Lagos noise for German trains. Clarion Chukura. In Glamour Girls, Clarion Chukura played Vera, the woman who carried herself like she owns both the script and the camera. While others were busy chasing sugar daddies or plotting revenge, Vera stood like that auntie at family meetings who already knows everybody's secret but is just waiting for you to disgrace yourself. By the time she played that role, Clarion was no newcomer. She had already conquered Nollywood scenes, her Mirror in the Sun days, and even became the first Nigerian actress to bag Best Actress at FESPACO back in 1982. Beyond the screen, she turned humanitarian, peace ambassador, and outspoken voice for Africa's social growth. With 3 marriages behind her, she's also the proud mother of Clarence Peters, the music video director who practically shapes Nigerian music visuals. These days, as a Jehovah's Witness, she mixes faith, film, and legacy, proving that Vera didn't just survive Glamour Girls, she graduated into royalty. Barbara Odo. In Glamour Girls, Barbara Odo played Helen, the high-class escort who could outwit any Lagos big man. She wasn't just collecting money, she was weaponizing beauty, power, and street sense, turning stingy clients into suspects faster than last man turns drivers into victims. Helen was fearless, cunning, and unapologetic, the type of woman your mother warned you about in the 90s. After such a daring role, many expected Barbara to dominate Nollywood for years, but her spotlight was brief. She appeared in a few movies in the late 90s and early 2000s, then quietly stepped aside. These days, Barbara has reinvented herself completely. She's now an evangelist and business consultant, proving that not every glamour girl was stuck in Lagos nightlife forever. Her story feels almost poetic. Bright lights, quick fame, and then a graceful pivot. In 2025, Barbara Odo remains one of Nollywood's most intriguing one-hit wonders, unforgettable as Helen. JT Tamwest's JT didn't need a whole movie to make his point. In Glamour Girls, he strolled in as a sharp-dressed software entrepreneur who picked up Helen like he was born to break hearts in hotel lobbies. The romance was brief, but Nigerians still remember how he carried himself like Nollywood's own Richard Jerry, complete with that pretty woman vibe. Outside Glamour Girls, JT became a fan favorite in late 90s and early 2000s Nollywood, playing gangsters, lovers, and street kings with the same swag that made women blush and men secretly rehearse his lines in the mirror. Directors loved his versatility. Fans loved his gentleness behind the tough roles, but sadly, life wrote a shorter script for him. In 2009, JT Tamwest died in a car accident after a movie shoot, just 41 years old. Nollywood mourns deeply because he wasn't just an actor, he was a promise gone too soon. Ngozi Ezeonu. In Glamour Girls, Ngozi Ezeonu played Thelma, the elegant and mysterious woman who didn't need to shout before people adjusted themselves. Nigerians knew from that moment that Nollywood had found its queen of grace. Before acting, she was actually a journalist. Yes, she swapped chasing news at Radio Lagos for chasing sugar daddies on screen, and we are glad she did. Her big break in Nneka the Pretty Serpent showed she could act, but Glamour Girls cemented her name. From there, she became the official Nollywood mother, the one who could scold you with dignity and still pray for you with full anointing oil. She's been in over 200 films carrying motherhood on her shoulders like it's a national assignment. Off screen, she earned the title Daughter of Light, which fits perfectly because she's been Nollywood's guiding lamp. Fast forward to 2025, Ngozi is still on Netflix, still acting, still the undisputed mama of Nollywood. Kepi Ekpeyong. In Glamour Girls, Kepi Ekpeyong played Helen's older brother, the calm voice of reason in a whirlwind of Lagos chaos. Even in a brief scene, he reminded Nigerians that someone still had a moral compass while the rest chased money, men, and drama. Unlike some co-stars who vanished after the 90s, Kepi never slowed down. He's been a Nollywood's workhorse, moving seamlessly from classic home videos to streaming hits like 93 Days, Hire a Man, and stylish reboot Nneka the Pretty Serpent. Gen Z met him on Netflix in Blood Sisters 2022, and he was also in King of Boys, The Return of the King. By 2023 and 2024, he was still delivering even appearing in Penny's Big Day and the biopic Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. Now in his 60s, Kepi is not just acting, he's a respected elder statesman with lifetime achievement awards from the Actors Guild of Nigeria and City People, proving some Nollywood legends only get better with age. Gloria Young. In Glamour Girls, Gloria Young played Doris, the no-nonsense big sister of the crew. The one who could serve sarcasm hotter than jollof rice and still protect you like a true ride or die. Doris was street smart, sharp, and the type who would warn you before you even thought of misbehaving. But funny enough, Gloria didn't even start out in Nollywood. She was a journalist at Daily Times, tracing energy stories before she swapped the newsroom for movie sets in the early 90s. Glamour Girls was her loft launch pad. And unlike many stars who came, shined, and disappeared, Gloria stayed consistent. From motherly heroes to tough love aunties, she's acted in over 70 films without ever losing her edge. Beyond the screen, she's been open about her struggles with childlessness, facing pressure with strength alongside her husband, Norbert Young. Fast forward to 2025, Gloria is still showing up on our screens, proving that Doris never retired. She simply leveled up. Zack Orji. In Glamour Girls, Zack Orji played Fred, the smooth operator who never needed to shout to prove his worth. He was the Lagos big man who always knew the right people, wore the right abada, and spoke only when it was time to drop wisdom or scatter table. Fred was the balance in all the chaos, moving between wealthy men's shady dealings and ambitious women's dreams like someone who had seen it all. After Glamour Girls, Zack didn't just stop at being Nollywood's cool uncle. He went on to star in over 250 films with classics like Blood Money, cementing his legends. Then he switched gears, becoming a pastor, proving he could deliver both movie monologues and Sunday sermons with the same gravitas. By 2025, Zack is still acting, still preaching, still politically vocal, and still respected across Nollywood. From Fred to film icon to pulpit, Zack Orji shows glamour doesn't fade, it upgrades. Dolly Nwachukwu. In Glamour Girls, to you, Dolly Nwachukwu played Maureen, the coldest character Lagos has ever seen. She wasn't just scheming, she was running a sex trafficking ring while looking like she just stepped out of a fashion magazine. Nigerians knew instantly Maureen was the type you would avoid at a wedding and still check behind you on the street. But Dolly wasn't new to acting. She had been dazzling the audiences since the 80s with Mirror in the Sun and then Fortunes in 1993, proving she could do charm, vulnerability, and ice-cold villainy all in one. After the Glamour Girls, she explored bold, semi-autobiographical projects, moved to the UK, and got a degree in film and worked on indie projects like Empire and Sister's Love. She married and divorced multiple times, raising her kids while keeping her creative fire alive. Today, Dolly Nwachukwu Olanio lives in London, balancing motherhood and storytelling, a survivor who still radiates that Maureen-level intensity, just slightly softer. Liz Benson. In Glamour Girls, Liz Benson played Jane, the senior girl whose stare could give Nigerians heart palpitation in the 90s. She wasn't just beautiful, she carried pain, power, and poise like a high-class Lagos storm you didn't see coming. Before Glamour Girls, she was already killing it on TV with Fortunes as Mrs. Agnes Johnson. But it was Jane that turned her into a screen goddess everyone still remembers. Then life hit hard. She lost her first husband, disappeared from Nollywood, and re-emerged born again, stepping fully into evangelism with her second husband, Bishop Greta Mayer, starting the Freedom Family Assembly. Fans thought she was gone forever, but the craft doesn't leave you. Slowly, Liz returned to Nollywood, now peaking roles that matched her face and wisdom. By 2024, she was back on sets for A Mother's Son, proving that Jane's quiet storm never went anywhere. It's just matured into a woman balancing glamour, face, and legacy. Raymond Johnson. In Glamour Girls, Raymond Johnson played Alex, the smooth-talking presidential aspirant who wooed Jane with champagne, fancy hotels, and promises as big as Lagos traffic jams. For a moment, Nigerians were swooning until Alex's mask slipped, revealing a cold, calculating con man who left Jane heartbroken and audiences shaking their heads. Unlike his on-screen persona, Raymond himself didn't stick around in the Nollywood's limelight. While many co-stars rode fame into decades of interviews and movie premieres, Raymond quietly stepped back, keeping a low profile and letting his characters do the talking. Today, he is not a household name, but that Alex energy lives on in movie lore. Proof that sometimes the most memorable Nollywood characters are the ones who burn bright and then vanish, leaving fans to gossip, remember, and occasionally warn their younger siblings, don't fall for the next Alex in Lagos. Shola Foshudo. In Glamour Girls, Shola Foshudo played Desmond, Jane's steady, wealthy fiancé, the safe bet in a city where Lagos love stories rarely stay stable. Then life hit him hard. A tragic accident left him paralyzed and unemployed, turning his perfect world upside down and sending Jane into heartbreak mode. Shola brought Desmond to life with quiet strength and understated elegance, showing that sometimes less is more on screen. Even before Glamour Girls, he was already a respected figure in Nigerian theater and academics. After the film, he focused on television, stage productions, and socially meaningful roles rather than chasing tabloid fame. Foshudo even balanced acting with academia, teaching at Lagos State University and eventually earning a professorship. By 2025, Shola remains a pillar in both Nollywood and education, a reminder that not every star needs a red carpet. Sometimes all it takes is craft, intellect, and longevity to shine. Thelma Nwosu. In Glamour Girls, Thelma Nwosu played Laura, one of the young women navigating Lagos' flashy but cutthroat nightlife. Nigerians knew her type. The one who can navigate drama, hustle, and chaos, all while looking flawless. After the movie, Thelma didn't just vanish. She collected diplomas like trophies, appeared in soaps and films for over 26 years, and even popped up on shows like Rayona and Love Like That, proving she still had it. Today, she's juggling acting, modeling, voiceover work, motivational speaking, and motherhood, a true Lagos legend who refuses to retire from the spotlight. Remy Abiola. Remy Abiola was one of the original party girls in Glamour Girls, giving off that older sister's Miss Sultry charm energy, basically the type who could school you in Lagos nightlife without raising her voice. Nigerians knew her type, elegance mixed with the kind of confidence only comes from surviving chaos and still looking flawless. Off screen, she was even more impressive. Born in 1952, she started as a flight attendant, already living the high life before honing her acting in the UK. She starred in Nollywood hits like Oduduwa, The Narrow Pass, and Aruba, holding her own among legends. Sadly, she passed in 2009 from cancer, but her calm, classy presence remains unforgettable, a vibe that Nollywood fans still remember fondly. Tina Amuzia. Tina Amuzia burst onto Glamour Girls as Jessica, the troublemaker every Nigerian aunt would spot in a party. Smart, saucy, and shaking tables like Lagos traffic at 5 p.m. After the movie, she held her own in Nollywood hits like Dangerous Sisters with Genevieve Nnaji and Tony Umez, proving she wasn't just a one-scene wonder. But by the mid-2010s, Tina quietly faded, showing up a smaller rose like that friend who suddenly goes WhatsApp groups. Today, she is mostly off our screens, but Jessica's energy still lives on, reminding Nigerians how to spare drama without spilling a single drink. So if you enjoyed the video, quickly hit the subscribe button and like this video right there on your screen. There's a video ready for you to watch, and trust me, you don't want to skip it. Just click on it now. Yes, go ahead and tap it so you can jump straight into the next video. Don't wait until this video ends because it will go away. Click now and I will see you in the next video.